Sometimes a dog bite and feel it's a small bite, but dog bites are no longer to be trivialized in our days. Before you ignore it, please watch this video to the end. I'll be sharing some tips, first aid health tips that can help in case someone close by is bitten by a dog that you suspect may not be well treated, or even if it is, or what to do to prevent a dog bite. So first of all, I will start with what to do to prevent a dog bite. Dog most times are usually by themselves. I think dog only attack when they see you as a threat. So most times houses that have dogs, when you are coming in as a visitor, they usually have beware of dogs on their, like a warning sign to let you know that there is a dog in security dog in the environment. And then those dogs most times are usually not loose except in the night. And in the nights, because of they function as security. So before you come through the gate, then therefore the person opening the gate for you would have a control for the dog so that you can be able to pass through if you are visiting at night. But if you are coming the other way around, jumping fence and the rest, then you are prone to such attack. Because tell me, why are you jumping through the fence? So that is by the side. So then people see dogs and they just try, teasing them, throwing stones at them and the rest. That thing can provoke a dog to bite you. Because of course, if even if it's a human being sitting at a place and then you start throwing stones, that human being would, be provoked too. You step on the person's toes, you poke at the person. So the same thing happens to a dog. Is resting on its own, you start throwing stones at it. Some children like doing that a lot for no reason. And then, you throw stones at it, pour sand towards the face and all those things. That dog will react and want to, fight back because it sees you as a threat. So avoiding such scenarios goes a long way. So it's good to advise your children and those around you to be careful. When they see dog, please pass gently. Some dogs are not for you to play around, toss around. They are not for that. So avoiding that will go a long way. Now, what do you do if you are bitten by a dog? First, you wash the surface, that place where that was bitten. You wash it under running water with soap. You wash it so that it can clear off the external, infections. Then that place you can just cover it loosely, not tight. Some people now will go and tie it with rope and stop blood flow. That can harm the person the more. And in the mindset of those people, they feel the dog bite, the poison is flowing to the heart, so they want to stop it from flowing to the heart. No, just cover it slightly, not tie it. Just cover it. Maybe you can use a piece of cloth, maybe a hanky or something. Just cover that location after washing it, and then you quickly get to the hospital. At the hospital, they would be administering what they call an anti-rabies vaccine. Now, what is rabies? Rabies is simply a disease that is found in the dog. And in those dogs, it's also harmful to the dog. Most dogs that have contacted that disease, the disease will be progressively, destroying them. And then it makes them more aggressive, and then it's just like someone who is kind of running mental or something. So those dogs, so some people refer to some dogs as mad dogs. So those dogs bark anyhow, threaten, they want to bite and the rest. That is one of the means they transfer this rabies. Yes, so by biting. And then those dogs, you notice few days after they die, they have been infected with this rabies, and through that bite they've transmitted it to a human host. So now this rabies is a very dangerous disease that affects the central nervous system and causes a lot of damage. So the earlier you get to the hospital, the better. They begin to administer that anti-rabies to the serum to the victim. Now, when the serum is in the body, it goes a long way to stop the spread of that rabies, because there is a limit. If you delay, that it can cause a permanent damage, and at that point there is nothing medically that can be done. So the earlier you get to the hospital, the better. Please do not procrastinate. Don't say, okay, I'll go next week, I'll go. That can be very dangerous. as soon as possible. And it's advisable to tell your children not to hide it, to report immediately. Wherever it beats you, your leg, your hands, your bump, anywhere, report, and let immediately that serum be administered, anti-rabies serum. So once it is given, it begins. Okay, how does this, I know you'll be asking, how does this serum work? Okay, they take that disease, scientists have taken that disease from an infected dog, they take it from the serum of the dog, and then they inject it to an animal. Now when they inject it to an animal, that animal's body, the body system releases, immune bodies to fight against it. So that immune bodies is released, and then after some days, those scientists come back, take the blood of that animal that was infected with the rabies. They take that blood and take the serum. So that serum now has both, and has already triggered antibodies to fight against the rabies. So that antibodies is what is being administered to human being. So when the rabies has bitten someone, they administer that thing so that it provides a defense for the person, and that protects the person from the further spread of the rabies disease in the person. So this is how this anti-rabies vaccine functions, and it helps. So please, it's necessary that as soon as possible you get to the nearest clinic, hospital, and get this serum if you are bitten. And then as much as possible, with this, there's a saying that goes, prevention is better than cure. So preventing dog bites is the best thing ever. Preventing it, if you know there is a violent one by the street, avoiding that street would be the best thing. Yes, so try and do that. If you love what you're watching, because in this channel we share health tips, please like, subscribe to this channel, and share this video to those of your friends. Let them watch and prevent this rabies spread. Thank you for watching.